Welcome to another episode of Your Money Mindset, guiding you to achieve true, lasting financial freedom and peace of mind. As you know, the entire world is grappling with this global pandemic, and I wanted to share something I think is very powerful that has the ability to immediately change your mindset for the better in the midst of this crisis. So stay with me. I think you're going to enjoy this and get a lot out of it. This crisis, which has led to indescribable trauma, can affect people for years, even for the rest of their lives. Yet some people somehow are able to overcome even the most difficult circumstances within a matter of days or even weeks. So what's the difference between the two? Well, it all boils down to your perspective. Look, getting discouraged is easy. Any of us can readily fall into a state of discouragement when life takes a hard turn to the left, especially now. Perhaps everything was going great for you. 2020 started off with a bang. High ambitions, hopes, dreams, and inspiration. But by the end of March, you were left unemployed, worried about your health concerns, your family, wondering whether you can actually survive the next few months. You may have looked at your finances and realized you hadn't saved as much as you would have liked, and your credit cards were pushing close to maxed out. And if you don't come up with something soon, you may not be able to pay your mortgage. What happens if the jobs don't come back? And just because the government is providing stimulus checks to help small businesses, what about the ones that go out of business? It's easy to get discouraged. I get it, especially when we don't know the outcome of what's ahead. So what I suggest you focus on right now is looking around you and seeing the things you do have. One of the most common things most of us do during crisis or calamities is to think about everything we lost. We think about the dreams we had that suddenly dissipated into smoke, like vapor in the air. The comfortable life we had, our savings, our job, our security can all be blown away with the slightest of breaths. And that often leaves us looking around what is no longer there. We see what's missing, what we can't have. And that can cause a great deal of frustration. So instead of focusing on what was lost, what you no longer have at the moment, one of the most powerful antidotes to depression, anxiety, frustration, and doubt during these times is gratitude. Now, I know it seems almost contradictory to think about gratitude when going through a traumatic experience. Believe me, I get it. But I will tell you, there's a lot of scientific proof to back up how powerful this is. Most recently, I suffered the most traumatic event in my life. And at the time, I found it extremely difficult to think of what I was grateful for versus what I had lost. But when I finally made that switch, it was like a match went off in a dark room and my life began to change instantly. Gratitude is about being thankful for the things we do have. Look, are you healthy? Is your family healthy? Do you still have a roof over your head? Do you have food on the table? Are you able to see, walk, hear, and talk? Is your car running? Do you have friends? You see, everywhere you turn, everywhere you look in your life, there is plenty to be grateful for. When I went through my trauma, I had to rediscover myself and I saw a lot of things I wasn't happy with. Gratitude changed that. I discovered that gratitude is truly the most important quality in human life. It affects every aspect of your life, including your happiness, inner peace, and joy. It's far more important than intelligence, talent, or beauty. Every single good thing flows from gratitude, and it's the perfect antidote to eliminating negative thoughts from your mind. Gratitude just neutralizes all that negative and disempowering energy you're dealing with. Therefore, gratitude is a powerful antidote in ridding your negative thoughts, both past and future. It eliminates them immediately. And from a financial standpoint, gratitude can go a long way in helping you hold back from needless spending on things you don't need because you're happy without that stuff. And the more you train your brain to be in a state of gratitude, the more those circuits in your brain fire. And if you do that long enough, they become a habit. And the more habit forming they become, in other words, the stronger those connections in your brain become, the more time you'll stay in that state of happiness and joy and peace of mind, to a point where you no longer have to think of what you're grateful for because you're always in that state of being. It's who you become, a person of gratitude, hence a happy person. And when you discover a genuine feeling of gratitude, you'll no longer have to feel needful. You'll discover that in truth, you have everything you need. And when I began discovering gratitude as a state of being, as a state of mind, it was amazing how many things just started opening up before me. And there's simply no better way to live than with a constant state of feeling of gratefulness. It is truly a game changer in life and one of the most powerful and effective ways to overcome trauma and crises. How do you implement your gratitude practice? Here's what I did that worked really well for me, and it was based on research done by the UCLA School of Psychology. Every morning, part of my daily ritual is taking a walk in the countryside. And the first thing I do on my walk is I think of something I'm grateful for. I typically pick one thing and go extremely deep on that one thing. I think of every angle on why I'm grateful for that one topic. And as research clearly shows us, if you pick a whole bunch of things at a very high level, you won't trigger the same pleasure hormones in your brain than if you think of just one thing and think hard on it. I also set my iPhone timer to ring every hour. This was my reminder to stop what I was doing, take a moment and think of something else I'm grateful for, and spend 5 minutes or so thinking about it and getting lost in that thought. Not only did this practice remove my mind from the negative chatter of the past, it put me square into the present moment. It was a mental break in my day, and it allowed me to go into a brief yet powerful, uplifting mindset. As I did this routinely over time, I could feel myself lighter, happier, less serious than I've ever been. It's like every day a pound of stress came off me. Practicing gratitude is like training a muscle. Do it often enough and you're conditioning your mind to be in this state continuously. I also journal in the evenings, and the first thing I start off with is what I'm grateful for. I found it's a great way to peacefully end your day and drift off to sleep with positive thoughts. So now, after several months, I no longer have the hourly reminder because I don't need it. It's become a habit. Now I'm more conscious of things to be grateful for as I go about my day. So, where can a state of gratitude lead you? Well, to some amazing discoveries, not just about the things you really do and have and tend to overlook each day, but also about yourself. You'll discover that you have purpose in life. You do. We all do. And when you develop a feeling of gratitude, you'll no longer be sucked into that vortex of constant need, want, or believing you lack all the stuff that makes life valuable. And when you finally embrace an attitude of gratitude, there will be simply no more room for the negative things that drag you further and further away from your true meaning in your life, your purpose. And as Sun Tzu says, victory comes from finding opportunities and problems. So you want to feel better right now? At the end of this, close your eyes and pick one thing you're grateful for and spend some time on all the reasons you're grateful for that. You may find some peace and joy suddenly emerge. So with that, as always, I say in the end, remember, your destiny is not a matter of chance, it's a matter of choice, and it's never too late to start your journey to financial freedom and peace of mind. Check out my website and discover a lot of free resources that you could be using right now to get your financial life in order so you can not only survive these times, but you can come out thriving. Don't forget to hit subscribe and please leave me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. We'll see you again next time. Take care.